hopefully the stream won't drop because my Wi-Fi is not spectacular. Alright, here we are back for a Week 6 predictions video. Trying to make sure we do these every week. Definitely glad to have somebody with me this week. LP, how's it going, man?
What's going on, bro?
Alright, we're going to do our basic thing this week, predictions, and we're going to do this Players of the Week, shit like that. Should be real good. Make sure that you guys are streaming your games that are supposed to be streamed. That should be all divisional games, as well as games of the week, which are posted in the pinned message and chat for anybody that's new. The if you talk to your opponent and y'all work something out, he's gonna stream. Maybe he's the home team, something like that. That's fine. But otherwise, y'all can't work it out. It should be the road team. If your Wi-Fi is too bad, or if y'all's connection isn't good enough and y'all aren't gonna be able to stream, that's okay. Just make sure you let a commission know what's going on prior, so that we understand why the game's not being streamed. Other than that, I've been preaching this since, before the league started. With the training and your weekly strategy, I can't stress how important that is to make sure that you are adjusting that and looking at that week to week. It's going to affect your players' fatigue and how much energy they're going to have by the end of the season. But most importantly, it's going to affect if their injuries and things like that. If you're sending your guys full pads for the starters every single week, they're going to be exhausted and all of them are going to be hurt by the end of the year. And that's not what you're looking for. And secondly to that, make sure you're managing your staff. You have staff points. I don't know if you see with tiny little F at the top of my screen right there by the head coach. You can use those points to give yourself certain boosts and things like that. The most important of which is the +4 injury to offensive and defensive players. You want to make sure you do this first because your players can get injured in practice this year. I know we're 6 weeks into the season. Maybe somebody hasn't experienced that yet. But regardless of that, Drop pushed it out in the chat the other day, and then I formalized it as well, that if you believe your opponent's cheating, you need to pause the game. And of course, we all know if somebody pauses, you're not supposed to unpause until they say it's cool. And so get a commission's attention, and we can get it figured out and see what's going on. If you're not going to be able to do that, make sure you are recording or sending some sort of proof if you want us to be able to help you out, and because we can't punish anybody without proof, obviously. Other than that, I think we are all good to go ahead and start this. Let's go ahead and go to the Players of the Week first, which is in a different spot, and I forget it every time. Start off with the NFC Players of the Week. First off, we had Savon with Daniel Jones, his quarterback, against the Cowboys. He had 14 of 20 for 396 yards and 5 touchdowns, only sacked once, so a good game. And then E-Fly's middle linebacker for the Vikings, Eric Kendricks, had 7 tackles, 2 picks, and a touchdown. So good all-around game for him there. AFC side, LP, looks like your division rival swept it.
Yeah, we got Patty Mahomes. Boy, Chap went 17 for 19 for 349 and 4 touchdowns. He made 4 tackles and 3 picks. They both had a nice game, man.
Absolutely, and he wasn't playing no crappy opponent either. He did all that on Ryan. Shut him out in the second half as well. So Chap had a really good week. Let's see here. Let's get over to the actual games. It is super slow this year. The only 2 games that have been played so far is mine against Peso and yours against C-Money. So we'll make sure we go over those first. First and foremost, we have a Cardinals 42-10 win over the Browns. I scored 21 in the fourth. We really limited the turnovers. Had a good all-around game there. Really felt like I got back to myself after these ugly first couple weeks. Kyler threw 6 touchdowns, 3 of them Rondale Moore. Defense pitched a shutout in the second half. Everything you want to see there. Your game looks like you pretty much did the same thing. 35-10 victory. Did what you had to do. Had 14 in the fourth. Only 1 turnover. That's what you like to see. I see Cam Newton getting it done for you at quarterback. I didn't know that was your QB.
Yeah, man, they just had a meeting about him. They actually want me to go to the trade block or either draft a future QB.
Well, Cam did his thing. Only threw for 160, but 2 touchdowns. You got that rookie Javonte Williams in there for 106 yards and 3 scores. That's good to see. Is he going to be your back for the future, or what's the process there?
Yeah, he's starting. He's getting the load.
All right,
So
like to see it. I wish they'd give him a little more speed, honestly, because I watched him play at North Carolina got a lot, and he's not as slow as Madden makes him out to
nah,
be.
he's not. But I actually got two speed boosts with him and like two accelerations. So
Oh, oh shit,
slowly but surely.
he's getting there. All right, first and foremost, we have the Bucks at the Eagles. Bucks suffered their first loss last week. They're 4-1. Leslie is 3-2, but he's won three straight after an 0-2 start, so he's really feeling momentum, things like that. I'm gonna hit this one first. I think that Gabe has really got the Bucks where he wants them to be, and even though Leslie's definitely been improved these past couple weeks, I think it's gonna be a little too much for all the firepower on that Bucks offense. I think it'll be close for most of the game, but I'm gonna say the Bucks pull away just a little bit in the second half and win by 10 or so. What about you, LP?
I'm gonna I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go Bucks probably 28-14. I think like you said, both of them been playing good ball, but Bucks is he's kind of been balanced this year, so I think I'm gonna go with him to pull it out.
All right. Next, we got a battle of two 4-1 teams. Dolphins and Rob played in how they want to be. They gave the Bucks their first loss last week, and the Jags took their first loss last week. A close game to Twan. Um, so this is really interesting. Both them AFC wins. I'm gonna let you hit the prediction list first.
I don't know. Quick's kind of fired up since he toned it down. I think he had a little adrenaline rush with Torn, so I think he's gonna bounce back this week. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna go Quick by 3.
I like it. I think that's a really good pick, actually. I don't know what's going on with Rob, but he has figured the formula out with these Dolphins, and he's playing really well. Beat the Bucks, of course. He beat Ryan a couple weeks ago. Um, I think I think that I like everything you said, though. I think Quick's going to figure it back out this week. Played a good game against Twan. I think he'll play another good game this week. I expect him to win by 7 to 10 points. Uh, but I'm on the Jags as well. Next, we have the Chiefs, and Chap is 2-3, playing the 1-4 football team. Of course, Chap won last week over the Bills football team. Took a forced loss to the Saints. Um, the internet connection is currently not sufficient enough to broadcast your gameplay. Okay. One second, let me see if I can still hear my voice at least, even if it won't show for a second. Okay, it is. Alright, good. Alright, hopefully, Flip got his situation figured out. He was having a problem with his game going blue screen and things like that. But he looked up some stuff on YouTube that he says he thinks fixed it, and hopefully won't be any more issues this week with that. Your division rival here, so I'm going to give you the first pick on this one as well. What do you think? You think Chap has got something to build on last week, or was it a fluke?
I think he got something to build on, man. He's been a little focal point the last day or two, so yeah, he's kind of. I think he's settled in. I think he's one of those guys who's gonna stick with his game plan until you get him out of it. So unless unless Bacon Soda man can get him out of that, I'm gonna go with Chap by 14.
I think I like Chap here too. He's got the better team. He's rolling with some momentum, and I know that Flip has been kind of out his rhythm since he hadn't been able to play as much these past couple weeks with the situation. So I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs as well. I like him on the road here. Build on that. Next we have the 0-5 Rams on the road to the 5-0 Giants. Um, oof. Two NFC teams. One of my division rival. Touche's got his game plan, and he sticks to it. He doesn't turn the ball over. He runs the ball a lot, and he plays okay defense. I think too much to handle this week with Savon and all his weapons and the Giants. I like the Giants to roll here big. What do you think?
Yeah, he'll be 0-6 next week. Maybe he can bounce back after this.
It's always a tough test having to go play Savon. That is no fun. Um, Next, we have two AFC South opponents. We got the Colts at 2-3 hosting the 1-4 Texans. Uzi started off with a win, or started off with a win in week 2, but he hasn't been playing well his last couple weeks. Tidley's been back and forth. He got his team trying to figure out exactly how he wants it. This is a tough game to me for me to pick here. Um, I think I'm gonna take the Colts at home. I think he's got the better roster, especially up front, as well as the better running game, and I think that's gonna make the difference in a game where there could be some turnovers. So I'll take the Colts to win here. What do you think?
Uh, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with T. Lewis too. But if he gets off his game plan, Uzi, he gets a little erratic sometimes. Like when he's throwing, like he'll start off balanced and then he'll just make a crazy play. But he plays decent defense, so I think whoever comes down to the point of where they can score, they're gonna take the game. So I'm gonna go with T. Lewis because he has the better team on the offensive side and defensive side.
I like
I'm
it.
gonna go with him by at least a touchdown.
All right. Next, we have the 2-3 Bengals. Jimmy, of course, playing on the road at the 4-1 Lions, which is Dean. Normal circumstances dictate this is game of the week, but I'm not sure about the internet connections as well as with Jimmy having only the 2-3 record so far. I think he's got two forced losses to his defense. His schedule's a little bit harder, freshman in college. Um, this is a tough game nonetheless. Ooh, man, I'm gonna make you pick this one first.
Dean has been balling, man. I don't think I don't think Jimmy has had time to play, honestly. Uh, I think Dean has golf balling. I think he's like at 70, close to like 70% of pass completion. So I'm gonna go with Dean by 10.
I think that Jimmy is a better user overall, but I think he is going to be offense rather than not having played much. And Dean's got these lines figured out, playing how he wants to. Getting
Yeah.
his linebacking core is weak. All these 65 overall rookies he's starting, but um, oh man, I'm going to take Dean to win a close game here. I'm going to say Lions win by 7 at home.
Gotta gotta build them, bro. I'm doing the
Yeah,
same thing, so hey, in the same boat.
it's rough this first year, man. Everybody's got 70 overall starters on the field and shit. Got to get our teams
Yeah.
built. His division rivals, the 0-5 Packers on the road at the 2-3 Bears. I want to say these Bears were 2-0 or 2-1 to start the season, but has kind of been brought back to reality. Packers not been playing well lately, but he does have the better roster offensively, especially. Hopefully, he get to build with some momentum this week. Um, I'm going to take the Bears to win, but I don't think it'll be a cakewalk. I think that Pack is going to show some life this week, and he's going to give him a run for his money. But I'm going to say the Bears win at home with that defense by one possession game. What you think?
I'm gonna let you have that one because I haven't seen either guy play this year. So I can't speak on that one.
I got you. Next we have Drop, who is coming in at 1 second. Pull his record up. 4-1, playing the Ravens, who are either 1-4, 0-5. I don't see it right here for some reason. 1-4, 0-5. He's got a good roster. He's just got to figure out exactly how it meshes with his offense. I know that can be hard year one, especially. Um, Drop lost last week to Peso, so I know he's looking for a bounce back. I think he's going to be hungry here, and he's got a really good roster. Um, so I'm going to take Drop on the road here to roll and build himself some momentum. Um, yeah, what do you think? Division rival. You picking against him or for him?
I'm going with him. I played VA's finest like last week, and I don't think he has enough offensive firepower to get past Drop's defense. So drop by 21.
I like it. Next, we have an interesting one here. You got the Vikings coming in at 3-2, playing the Panthers, who are 2-3. Vikings got a big win over Dean last week, 52-50. He stopped Dean at 2-point conversion for the win there. There is no defense apparently in the NFC North. Um, Panthers lost to Leslie last week, but he put up a good fight. This is an interesting game. I think that E-Fly is going to be too much offensively for the Panthers. I think he's going to give up a lot of points. Expect a 52-35 type score. But I think the Vikings offense is pretty good actually with all the receivers and weapons they got over there. So I expect the Vikes to roll here. What you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. I don't know which E fly we're gonna get, but maybe a little. he may come out, bombs away. So I'm gonna go Vikings by at least 20.
I like it. All right, went through both of our games already. So now we have the Cowboys, who are coming in at 0 and 5. Dwayne's still looking for his first win. He's playing the Patriots, who I can't see a record for because the Madden Companion app is broken this year, and I have to look in like the win section. Okay, so I can't see the Patriots record. I want to say they're 1 and 4, maybe 2 and 3, something like that. Um, Dwayne played well early against Savon last week, but once he started having to throw the ball, he really got out of whack. But he runs the ball very efficiently, and his defense isn't horrible. I say that as he gave up 58 last week, but it's tough playing Savon in general. I haven't seen this new Pats user play a lot, but he did play Rob Tough week 1, I want to say. So this has potential to be a good, interesting game. Have you seen the new Pats user play? What do you think? I'm gonna let you hit this one first.
Yeah, I played head to head with him. He's decent, but once you catch on to what he's doing, he doesn't change it. I mean, it's gonna be a good game between he and Dwayne. They both are actually similar, but I think he can pass it a little bit better than Dwayne. He has his certain plays that he likes. So if he hadn't expanded his offense, of course you got the cool down mode. So I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty balanced game, but I'll take Dwayne because I think his running attack is much better. So I'm gonna go Dwayne by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page. As long as Dwayne runs the ball and he sticks with it, I think he's going to get a win this week. If he starts throwing a lot and throws a whole bunch of picks, then it's probably going to be easy money for the Pats. But I'm going to take the Cowboys to get it done and win on the road here in his first victory. Next, we have the 5-0 Seahawks playing on the road at the 3-2 Steelers. Delvin playing good ball right now. He always plays good defense, runs the ball, things like that. Worried for him this week with how much offensive firepower Hutch and the Hawks have. I just don't think that he's going to be able to keep up. I mean, especially because Delvin's offense is definitely behind the bar there. So I'm going to take the Hawks to roll big here. I don't think he'll score just a ton of points. I mean, he'll score probably 35, 40 points, but I just don't think the Steelers' offense will be able to keep up with him. What do you think?
Yeah, his offense won't be able to keep up, but his defensive line is like one of the best in the league. So he'd be able to drop a lot in coverage. It'd be up to him, he stops or not, and actually move the ball on offense. But I think Hutch by at least 17.
All right. And one of our games of the week, definitely the coup de grace down here at the end. Monday Night Football, we have the Bills coming in at 3-2, playing the 4-1 Titans. You know that Ryan is looking for a bounce back after last week. Didn't score in the second half. Chap put it on him. Twan, of course, beat Quick last week, 28-21. He's really got his offense rolling the way he wants it to. I'm gonna let you predict this one first, man. Two AFC rivals here. What do you think?
Ooh, I'm gonna roll with my boy on by. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go by 13 because he got King Henry rolling, going away from him for a few games. Putting him in the passing game. So we'll see. We'll see what type of offense Twan wants to come out in. He's a little unpredictable with that. So he try to switch it up for each opponent. So I'll go Twan by 10.
Yeah, I like the pick. I don't like Twan for a blowout or anything like that. I think that as long as he relies on Henry, he's going to dominate the offense side of the ball. I don't think the Bills just have the defensive personnel to stop Henry and A.J. Brown and Julio Jones and everything else in that
I hope he
offense.
don't run with it.
Yeah.
That benefits my rookie. So I'm like 60 or 70 yards behind King Henry.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Twan. Don't run the ball. um, I think that Ryan will play better than he did last week. I think he probably just got frustrated in the second half. I know he threw a lot of picks, but I think that this is the wrong week to be building momentum after a week like last week. I expect the
Right.
Titans to win here. He's just a better user, offensively especially, but probably defensively as well. So I'll take the Titans to win here. While we got a second, and this video is not super long, why don't we take a second to look at some of these individual stats and see who's leading the league and stuff before we end the video. Let's see here. Player stats. NFL. So for
They
passing,
sleeping on the pageant, dog.
you said they're sleeping on what?
Sleeping on Cammy Cam.
Oh, what's Cam's numbers looking like? Let's see here. 14
Eighth in the
touchdowns,
league.
11 picks, 1,300 yards. It's okay. It's all right.
Nah, he threw like fucking 3 picks this last game, bro. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, his balls were erratic, and whoever I was playing made plays, so I don't know what
so,
was going on in that game, actually, but
hmm.
came away with the dub.
In yards, looks like we have Josh Allen just barely leading out Russell Wilson, who is definitely winning the touchdown to interception ratio. 21 touchdowns and 3 picks. It's going to be interesting when this MVP stuff comes out. He's probably going to be very high up on that list. But you called it earlier about Dean and that completion percentage at 76%.
Yeah,
Jared Goff is getting it done. Uh, Rushing. Have you got yours loaded up as well?
yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you take rushing? Go over some of these. I see your boy Javonte Williams and Henry had the same amount of carries.
Same amount of carries, man. King Henry, 9 touchdowns, averaging 6.6 carry. I mean, yeah, carry. No fumbles, 25 broken tackles. That's ridiculous.
Wow. But if you
That's
notice there,
crazy.
that long run is only 34, so he's not breaking off long ones. Your boy Javonte
Yeah.
Williams got a 73-yarder, but 25 broken tackles. Good God. Even in this year, that feels like a lot. Saquon's got 21, which is next highest. I see say that Coach Drip is not getting Saquon involved in the end zone though. Only one touchdown. It's not gonna do it. You got to run the ball, Coach. And rushing average per game, Derrick Henry's definitely dominated that with 130. Only two running backs over 100 yards. That's crazy. Just Dalvin Cook and
Alvin
Derrick Henry.
Kamara doing terrible. 95 carries.
Damn, CJ, you heard him. He said, "Look at that average, 4.5 yards a carry. That's awful." All right, let's see some receiving yards here. I knew this was coming because I was talking to Gabe about O.J. Howard earlier. He has been dominating. He got a tight end leading everybody in receiving yards with
He is
642 yards.
underrated. It was good last Madden, bro. Like he breaks a lot of damn tackles.
Yeah, he does. At 6'6" and 250, he's got a huge frame, and he's really fast too. I think he's got like 88 speed or something like that.
Yeah.
So O.J. Howard is a monster. You know, Twan's gonna say Roll Tide, and that's some Alabama kids, but I don't know about that. E-Fly's got Justin Jefferson averaging 29 yards a catch with 9 touchdowns. Definitely looks like he's the receiver leading the way here. My man Rondell Moore's at 604, but we of course have played an extra game already, so I'm sure it won't be that high. I don't know what Twan is doing. With what Quick is doing with DJ Chark. He's only got 15 catches, but he's averaging 40 yards a catch. That's that. You know what that is? That's that play action rollout play
Yeah.
where he throws it over the coverage every time. Shit's glitchy as
But
fuck
he
quick.
and he and E-Fly, they have those two particular receivers. They have certain plays that they bomb away like each series.
Hmm.
They're gonna get theirs just because they have their certain plays. But
Quick has got to
yeah,
play,
Chark.
man. The Quick has got to play where I've ran cover four against it, and Chark starts all the way on the left side of the field and runs a deep post, and he throws it over my cover four every time, which is just insane. I don't know what the fuck is up with that, but you're definitely right.
I'll
They're
show
both.
you how to stop it next time, bro.
Oh yeah, you gonna help me out defensively, man. I'm
Gotcha. I
feeling.
can't do it. Quick knows I know how to stop it. That's why he mentioned it, but I can't tell anybody else. But
That's right.
we'll see.
He did tell me that you slowed him down with it. I forgot about that because you played in the week before I did, and I think he
Yeah,
only
see, we
beat you by like
played in a
seven or
couple
something.
other leagues. Yeah, we played in a couple other leagues together, so I'm used to it.
You got to keep that a secret. Don't be telling nobody else over there in the AFC. You know, drop Twan. They don't need to know about that.
Nah,
uh, Looks like everybody else getting putting up good numbers as well. I almost said that your guy Jalen Guyton
Dawson
gets a.
Knox is 98. I mean,
Uh,
98 yards a game. Tight end.
wow, that's good numbers. He's definitely the second best tight end in the league behind O.J. Howard. It's hard to get those tight ends this year because there's not as many speedy ones. Next one's Evan Ingram, and then your guy Noah Fant after that. Huh. Good stuff. Let's see blocking. Who's the worst offensive tackle in the league so far? Sacks allowed, Mitchell Schwartz 5 for the Chiefs, and 5 for
For
Quick and
sure.
Jawan Taylor. It's the right tackle. It's all that rolling to the
So,
right.
so he's a free agent.
Yeah, that's right. Quick be getting on me about the rolling out and stuff like that. Murray only had like 1 carry this last game. He got his giving a 5 sacks from his right tackle. That's all that rolling out to the right play action shit.
Yeah, I got my rookie up there.
Oh, well, let's see. Hold up. Meti or
Well,
what's his
no, he's
name?
not a rookie. Basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Okay. Defensively, let's see here. Tackles, Chris Barnes leading the way. My guy Isaiah Simmons in second, getting tackles and not picks this year because I don't know how to do that, I guess. I've also got Marco Wilson up there. All right, what about interceptions, LP? Tell me who's leading the picks.
Picks, we got Nick Neiman, linebacker. I think he has like 90 something speed, so that's up drops alley. He'll hit on it. Use it the
Seven,
backer.
7 picks. Jeez, he's
Yeah,
only got
he got
19
7 picks.
yards,
We
which means
got
he's not really getting returns.
right. So we got Jonathan Jones with the Patriots. He has 6. Yeah, he has 6 solo tackles.
I,
Antoine Winfield, Pat Pete, and Richard Grant with the Falcons. They all have 6.
Now, if you'll notice that 6 for E. Fly and Patrick Peterson is a little off, because I threw 4 to Patrick Peterson in week 3, just alone me. So he ain't been playing well against anybody that's not the Cardinals.
Right.
Uh, Good stuff
I
all the way
got
around.
4 with PS2. 11
Oh,
solos. He's actually not a corner anymore. He's just playing strong safety for me.
interesting. So did you move him to safety so you could put him like for the sub, like in the sub linebacker, or you just like him at safety?
No, you strictly, yeah, just like him in coverage because he actually went up. He was like 76 as a corner. Moving to safety, he went to like 78.
You know why
No,
I started?
he was
It
74. I'm sorry, 74.
it must be a nice
And then
problem to
went to
have in
78.
Denver. All those corners you got because you got Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller still. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but they're still. Actually, their contract is up this year, so that's why I wasn't trading corners.
Yeah, I got you.
So I've been playing my young guys, so trying to get them up to speed.
Yeah, we have no defensive backs out here besides Buda Baker. We ain't got shit in Arizona. Uh, Byron Murphy's okay, but he's slow. You know.
Nobody wanted Darby, man. Darby is fucking good. And he has a 3-year contract, bro. Everybody slept on Darby. Only person that wanted Darby was Torn. And I couldn't give him the Torn.
Yeah, I heard him
He wanted
asking you in
to give
chat a
him.
bunch.
Yeah,
Look
see,
for sacks, we got Bud Dupree, Montez Sweat, and Daniil Hunter all with 6. I want to say that Hunter had like 3 or 4 of them against me too, probably. I just not play E-Fly very well at all. I see your man Bradley Chubb up there with 5.5 as well, doing good
yes,
stuff.
sir.
I think my leading sack has like 2. I think it's Chandler Jones. That's it. I
Yeah,
think that
JJ only had, JJ got 2.
yeah, he got one of them this past week. It was a strip fumble, but I don't know, man. I got to figure it out. These old guys, a lot of money, but they're good, especially if it's stopping the run. Chandler Jones is up for payday. He's won like 30 million a year, so I don't know about all that, but
Yeah,
definitely appreciate you joining me for the predictions video, bro. We have taken up too much of these people's time that are gonna watch it, but I appreciate you, and everybody
yes,
make sure you
sir.
get your games in and you're streaming your games and things like that, and have a good.